Year 2 was about showing a much wider tapestry. We bring Earth more into the mix. The structure of a novel is the introduction, the rising action, the complication, the climax, and the denouement. So this would be our rising action.
Captain, what is it?
Year 2 was about shadows, literal and figurative. The shadows back home with Home Guard, the literal shadows out on the rim that Morden ran into. There were a lot of images that said to me, shadows. So the Coming of Shadows worked for me both as an episode title and as the Year 2 overall title.
The second season, I think, was a turning point for Babylon 5. There was still remaining skepticism on the part of some of the station owners. Star Trek and Star Trek alone was the only commodity that the science fiction fans would buy. We didn't believe that.
I like that.
For the first time, it's the Narns who are really the ones who are being picked upon, who are being devastated by the Centauri. And that change was important to really show the arc of Jakar.
At this moment, Jakar is no longer an official representative of Narn and must be removed from this council.
We will wait until...
No!
It's taking the story from a small point and bringing it out like this.
Captain John Sheridan, your new CO.
Welcome aboard, sir.
Bruce Boxleitner came in season 2, and I think he was actually a little scared, he admitted to me at one point.
Interesting place you have here.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have a new captain. His name is Bruce Boxleitner. And at that moment I thought, okay, somebody likes this show.
Always knew I should have been a doctor. This was his biggest command that he was coming into. And that's the way I kind of looked at it as an actor as well. I was coming in, this was a post I was to fill. That'd be like in the military, you receive your orders, and this is your job to do.
We'd just gotten through the first season, and this was something that immediately lifted everybody up because we had a new person joining us that had all of this enthusiasm and excitement.
I think we'll get along just fine. I thought, wow, this is very interesting. It's kind of guerrilla TV, you know?
This is some kind of setup you're running here, John.
Yeah, it's big, beautiful, and crazy making. It was quite an exhilarating experience. It's good to be the captain.
Bruce's character is hard to play. It's hard to play the guy who's always in charge and in control.
The element is definitely out of date.
Why not let the wizard have a go?
He and Claudia had a great relationship on camera.
Any word about the attack?
Just rumors. They say the Centauri are using mass drivers. I can't believe they'd resort to planetary bombardment.
Right now, I believe just about anything.
Same with he and Garibaldi.
He's got a plan. I can tell. He's got that look.
So it was a very nice add to the mix.
Open fire.
Second season was actually my favorite season, and the first episode was my favorite episode.
How's he doing?
Still no change. Think about it. I'm in a coma. I say nothing. I get paid full salary. It's perfect. God, I'm out of it for a few days. The whole place goes to hell.
Londo started to grow. He got himself more and more into pickles, and Veer felt a responsibility, because he's so loyal to Londo, to help him get out and make the right decisions.
Londo, don't do this.
I have no choice.
Yes, you do. Londo, please, please, please. I know you don't listen to me, but I'm asking you just this one time, don't do this.
The old expression, watch what you wish for, you may get it. That's what's great about the evolution of Londo. He wishes for something, and we have the delight to watch him get it.
By this time tomorrow, we will be at war with the Narn. May the Great Maker forgive me.
Second season was a challenge for me individually because I broke my foot, which they had to write into the script. Joe wrote a scene where some Drazies trip me or pummel me or something.
I remember that day, actually, when we were shooting the cocoon scene, where I had unbelievable amounts of makeup and glue, and it was just very yucky.
What am I?
Talia was a very malleable character in many regards, and very much still, I think, a victim of the kind of psychor mentality.
No!
You're dead.
You hear me? You're dead.
Get her out of here.
I thought it was wonderful to go out on a strong power note, even if they made her evil. So what? Evil characters are some of the most interesting to play.
The Talia you knew no longer exists.
It was a very crucial year, I think, for the story. I can still remember today the episode and that particular scene, the door opening and walking in and seeing all the dead Marqueb.
There is a tendency in science fiction shows, we hit the end of the hour, the reset button is pushed, and you're back where you started from an hour earlier. I wanted B5 to be different. So it was a matter of setting up expectations that they thought we could never meet in year 2. And our job was to exceed those expectations where possible.
Ships coming through.
How many?
3.
It has begun.
Initiate jump into hyperspace.
Got a plan?
Try not to get killed.
Close blast doors now!